Munchin German restaurant in Pompano Beach.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List in the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
OnsideRadio.com knows gamers need a home.
Can you dig it?
That's why for the next 60 seconds,
Can you count, suckers?
here's your Onside Radio E-Report with Toast.
Marshmallow fans and Fortnite players can rejoice as the Marshmallow Fortnite skin is back in the item shop in a brand new bundle. The bundle costs 2,300 V-Bucks, about $20 in real money, and it will include the following: a Marshmallow skin, the Marsh Walk emote, the Mellow Mallets harvesting tool, and the Mellow Rider glider. This is not Marshmallow's first collaboration with Fortnite, as the DJ and producer has performed one of its biggest and first in-game live concerts in 2019. Enjoy your marshmallow. Happy gaming.
Stay in touch in the world of gaming with the Onside Radio E-Report.
The viewpoints, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the hosts, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of Onside Radio ownership, management, sponsors, websites, or Inter Miami Marketing LLC.
Time to get in the zone. The Onside Zone.
And look, man, I don't care if you're my wife. If I don't agree with you, I'm going to say it.
The Onside Zone.
I don't care how you win a championship, dude. You can draft it, you can buy it, you can trade for it. Just win, baby.
The Onside Zone.
You're not Aladdin rubbing the lamp and then Will Smith comes out and you ask him, hey, fix our dolphin problems. And there he goes. No, I'm sorry. It'd be nice if it was that easy, but it's not.
You can join us on the Onside Sports Line, 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. You can connect with us at OnsideRadio.com by sending us a text at 844-416-8123. The Onside Zone with a big O.
All right. Do it. All righty, welcome aboard. Good morning, boys and girls. Yes, sir, it is time to have some fun over the next couple of hours here on the program. Feeling good. Voices hanging in there on a Thursday. Pretty good. Not too bad. We're going to put it to the test today because we actually have no guests today for 2 hours. So we're going to do 2 strong hours of talk today. Well, we'll do 2 hours. Whether it's strong or not, that's up to you guys and, you know, the responses and the downloads and all that good stuff. But I appreciate everybody tuning in. Alex Aguirre, how are you doing this afternoon, sir? Are you doing all right?
Doing good. Can't a little bummer about last night with the Marlins.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
You know what? It's another day.
Yimi gave it up.
I can't complain. He's been great.
I know.
year.
He's got 9 saves on the year, man.
And Bo
ERA
Bichette
under 3
with that 98. And he tomahawked a 98 mile per hour fastball at his eye level down the first baseline. It's just baseball. You shrug your shoulders to it. It's just one of those things.
Bittersweet for me because I have Bo Bichette on my fantasy team.
Oh well, there you go. I mean, it's in the genes.
Oh yes. It's
in the genes.
Yes.
Guerrero, Biggio, they got a whole family, man.
I used to call his dad Dante. Don't call me Suzanne Plachette.
That's like a boomer type of reference that he always makes those nicknames with the players.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And Suzanne Plachette was an actress. So Dante Bichette, obviously, was Bo Bichette's dad. Played for the Rockies for many years.
Yep.
And so for those of you, obviously, if the older folks know, young people may not know who the hell Dante Bichette is. This kid here is amazing. He's got the old soul, and he actually follows baseball, and he knows even baseball in the past. He can. It's weird because Alex has got to be a weirdo in most of the groups he hung out with, because he's got to be the only young person that has some depth that actually studies the past, which is the way a lot of us grew up, that we were looking at Willie Mays stats even though we didn't watch him play, or Babe Ruth or whatever, and we kind of learned the history of the game, in the process.
Well, you were forced to. You had to find a way to learn.
Yeah, but not they don't. I don't think kids do that nowadays. I don't think they take the time to. They may know the now, but I don't know how much they know of the past. And so that's kind of the awkward part of it, because most young people, and I've done shows with a lot of young people, and you mention a name from the past in baseball or football or basketball, and they're like looking at you like the RCA dog, tilting his head like, what the hell are you talking about? But you, my friend, you are definitely cut from a different cloth. That's for damn sure. Let's see. Matt Walker is in the house first. Joseph Rodriguez is in. Thank you, sir. Herman Cueva. Ian from Brooklyn. At least those are the ones that are posting on the YouTube. There's more watching. Obviously, those of you watching, thank you. T-Bone says, Big O, what's your gut feeling of how Tua will end up playing like this season? Is he the franchise QB or not? And NorCal is also in, saying good morning to the Onside Zoners. T-Bone, I don't know if you listen to this show often, but those that listen often probably know already. I've spoken about this many times. I think Tua is going to have a 30-touchdown-plus season this year. I think he's going to look incredibly comfortable this year. I think he will look way better than he did last year because he gets to work on football. He gets to work on his body. He gets to work on his game. He gets to work on his timing. He gets to have his mini camps and passing camps and training camp and preseason, and he's the number one throughout the process, not sitting back as the backup and not getting the reps with the first team. He is the first team now. And so I believe Tua will be a completely different player this year, and people will, the haters will look silly, the doubters will look foolish, and those of us that actually understood the amazing accomplishment that he made last year, instead of looking at it as a negative that he didn't go out and throw 40 touchdowns or that he didn't play like Justin Herbert, well, he didn't start. He was coming back from a hip injury. He was rehabbing more than playing football all offseason, and people don't understand that. And people don't understand. I think some understand. I just think they didn't take it into account. Why don't you go have surgery? See what surgery does to you. When they have to do something that you got to understand. When they go into a hip, they're going through your muscles and all that stuff, and they just took everything out of whack at that point. And now you've got to retrain everything and reestablish everything, and that's a pain in the ass. And so anybody that has any kind of evasive surgery that really disrupts what your body is because they've got to cut through muscles or they've got to move muscles or whatever, you're not the same at that moment, and it takes you a while to get back. And so I am of the minority, because I think it's the minority. I am of the minority that Tua had a great season last year, considering his lack of play, being a backup, not knowing anything in the system, having to learn it all as a backup. He didn't get the first team reps. He had to kind of visualize things, and it's a lot harder that way. Now he doesn't visualize jack. Now he gets to run all the offense. The offensive playbook was structured for him, not for Fitzpatrick. So I just think that a lot of people don't take into account what he went through physically, how the football was, how the offense and everything was set up for somebody else and not for him. And so and he also had mediocre weapons to put on that. Now he's got good weapons. Now at this point, I love his weapons. I don't think he has a dominant running game, but if the offensive line blocks well, I think he will definitely be all right, because I think the running game will excel then at that point. If the offensive line is doing well, I think they've got guys that can actually be, very serviceable to good backs for them. Great or Pro Bowl or All-Pro or Hall of Fame, that's not there right now, but I think they will be good. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. I think Tua is going to be an absolute thrill to watch this year. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. So I'm extremely bullish on a Tua season. Okay, it's like when I invest in Cody, or when I invest in Ethereum, or if I invest in Bitcoin or Cardano. I know that, okay, my investment in Theta will pay off. I know my investment in VeChain will pay off, because all of these things I mentioned are exceptional companies that I'm investing in. I'm not taking a gamble on GameStop, which is fun. You can make some money, all that, but we know it's a balloon that will explode, because you're not investing based on fundamentals. You're investing based on a short sale. And so the balloon will blow up, and you have to get out of that balloon at the right time so you don't lose money. You know what I mean? So Tua is not Safe Moon. It's not Doge. It's not Shiba. It's not, what's that other one I saw the other day that's kind of like those? Something about it. It's a Bonfire, I think it's called. I want to say it's called Bonfire, another coin that I saw that, again, it's kind of, it's kind of those. You know what I'm saying? No. Tua is Ethereum. Tua is Cardano, okay? Tua is going to soar from here on out, and people will be very happy when they see the finished product. All right, so there's my Tua outlook and my Tua comparisons to crypto, okay? Just to throw a little crypto in there for you. So I hope I answered your question there, T-Bone. Dougie Fresh says, Built to Spill and Sebastian Bach will both be in Pensacola at the Vinyl Music Hall of Fame this July. Beers and Whataburger on me. Let's do this. I like Sebastian. He's a trip, dude. He really is a trip. I wonder how he sounds now. Does he still sound pretty good? I saw him at Rockfest. I want to say it was about 4 years ago, the last Rockfest we had here. And, man, I hate that we lost Rockfest. And I get it. They didn't get the crowds that they were expecting. I think at times they didn't have the right headliners. And that was the problem, that they didn't hit it big on the headliners. And so us hardcore rockers, we were going to go see a lot of the bands, but there aren't enough of us. You gotta have that band that can really bring more people in. By the way, I saw Vince Neil's last performance from about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, whatever. Oh my God, his voice was so bad he quit. He walked off stage, and the band finished the set with no singer, just playing the songs and singing some of the harmonies, and that's it. But he was really fat, and he sounded terrible, dude. I mean, he can't sing anyways, but it was really bad. He couldn't even come to sounding like a little bit like himself, because him and David Lee Roth, their voices are completely shot, right? Well, Vince for a time, Vince could actually sing, but now he can't even sing. David never really sung. David had a sound, but he can't even accomplish that sound anymore. So both of them kind of talk through the lyrics. They don't really sing them. But Vince was, oh, God. And they're going to do that stadium tour with Leopard and Joan Jett and Poison. I'm telling you. Yeah. So watch out. But, Dougie, I don't know if I can go to Pensacola in July. But I'm definitely going to see you next year for the Senior Bowl. So I'm hoping that there's a concert out there like it was a couple years ago that I got to see Steve Harris's band. What is it? Something Royal Lion, I forgot the name of the band. But anyways, that was actually a cool experience. So hopefully we got a concert that week somewhere in that area. I always have, that's one of the few years, by the way, and I've gone to Mobile a lot, that there's actually a decent act that I can go see. Play Action 7 is in. He says, I truly believe you, Big O, about Tua. Well, you won't have to believe me. You're going to see it. You're going to see Tua ball out. Uber Bean says, and look at Tua's rookie stats compared to other rookies. He did great. And he came back from a hip injury, bro. I kind of laugh at it all, that people just, he came back from hip surgery. No big deal. No, it's an enormous deal. If you're a quarterback, if you're a pitcher, if you're a golfer, you're coming back from a hip injury and that's the base of where you get your power from. Yeah, dude. I mean, he said it the other day where it was all arm last year. Of course it's all arm because your core is not healthy yet. So you can't really wind up and plant and throw like the way you really want. That was the amazing part for Marino down the stretch. From after he blew out his Achilles against the Browns, he never repaired it. Do you know that? Do you know that story there, Alex? When Marino blew out his Achilles against the Browns, he never repaired it.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah. So if you remember, he used to play with that leg brace. That was because he didn't have an Achilles tendon. It's rolled up into the back of his calf. Never repaired it. You think that doesn't hurt his base on throwing? Yeah, it does. I still don't know why he didn't repair it. Anyway, I wanted Tua to sit all season due to his rehab. I wanted his hip to be as close as 100% as possible. So honestly, took everything last year as a plus. Joseph Rodriguez, sir. That's like, I'd like to make an NFT of that. Okay, that's how strong of a statement that is right there, and how brutal reality is. And that's how we like to play it on this show, brutal reality. And that's the brutal reality. Joseph, nice job by you. John Rouse says, if Tua isn't what you think he will be, do you then go to Watson if he's still on the market after all this legal mess is over? I too believe that he will be good. I mean, listen, he's got to be a complete flop for you to move on from him. So I mean, we're a ways away from that. That's not going to happen. John, you're not going to play him for a couple of games and say he's not the guy and let's move on. That's not going to happen. He's going to get an entire season or two to kind of prove what the hell he is before you move on from him. So I would imagine by then the mess should be cleared up and he should have been moved already to somewhere else. So I don't think he's in the cards for this team right now. Manuel Malo says, what would you say to all the national writers who think Tua is already a bust? They're idiots. The three rookies that were on line in the O-line last year will have the offseason to improve also. I expect the whole offense to improve. New weapons we got this year. Tua will have a great second year. Sneak Attack 305, you are correct, sir. And let me add a caveat to that. The guy that plays left tackle, he hasn't had an offseason in 2 years. He didn't have an offseason last year. And the year before, he was giving his bone marrow to his sister. So that put him in a weakened state, and yet he still started the season, his senior year at USC, and played every freaking game. Jackson proved there that he was mentally and physically tough. Okay, you're going to see a different Austin Jackson this year too, because he'll get to work on everything. First time in 3 years that guy has an offseason. You think he's not going to be better? Hells to the yeah. Dougie Fresh, White Lion. That's it. Thank you, sir. White Lion. That's right. The Great Fear says, so excited for live music this year and next. Yeah, man, I already got my concert listing set. It's a beautiful thing. I'm with you, man. Matt Walker, core and bass. Yes, sir. The Great Fear. Oh, have you been to the Anthem in D.C.? You have to catch a show there. 9:30 Club is also great here. Lots of cool acts coming soon. All right. The Anthem in D.C. Let me write that down. So that's like a place that you have to, like, it's a must go to event. Now, is it the acoustics? Is it the style of the place? What makes special the Anthem? Tell me. I got to check it out. I'll put it on my bookmarks. Ray says, I remember Marino limping years after. Yeah. Uber Bean says, ha ha ha, Watson. Yeah, no Watson at this point. I don't think, and I don't think you even want to deal with that mess. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll come back on the other side. Hey, tonight is Thursday, So 7 to 9, you can catch Fight Night with Alex Dono and James Walker. It's the show dedicated to combat sports, from UFC to boxing to bare-knuckle brawling. Alex and James provide combat sports fans the insight and interviews they crave. Tune in every Thursday night from 7 to 9 p.m. for Fight Night. That's tonight with Alex Dono and James Walker. Search and subscribe to the podcast by searching Fight Night on the home for combat sports, OnsideRadio.com.
We'll be right back to the Big O Show. You can join us on the Onside Sports Line, 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623.
I'm Ryan Seacrest. First responders are people who stand for a greater purpose. They will be there for you when nobody else is, to help you, your family, your community. This is their selfless promise. This is their sworn duty, to protect, to serve, to help. They put themselves in harm's way for us. They come to the rescue at times when we need them most. First responders are making enormous personal sacrifices to keep showing up for us and fighting the good fight. Nearly 70% of all firefighters are volunteers. That means when they get injured or quarantined, they may not have a way to pay their rent or keep their family safe and fed. No matter who you are or where you live, when you call 911 and ask for help, first responders show up. Now, let's show up for the people who show up for us every day and every night.
Go to firstrcf.org and make a difference today.
If you're looking for a change from the everyday restaurant, then you need to get to Checkers Old Munchin German Restaurant in Pompano Beach. Brats, Wiener Schnitzel, homemade potato pancakes, pretzels with mustard, and lots of German beer. Take their famous Boot Tour Challenge, and there's now outdoor seating available in their new beer garden with live music. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Checkers Old Munchin Restaurant, or call them for reservations or pickup at 954-785-7565. So get over to 2209 East Atlantic Boulevard in Pompano Beach to Zagat-rated Checkers Old Munchin German Restaurant.
Howdy, stranger.
Didn't this used to be Radio Town?
Yes, sir. It was Miami Sports Radio Town one time.
Who in the hell are these cowboys I never saw?
We don't know who these people are, riding in from other towns. There used to be a host in every one of these saloons, trying to talk about local matters, sports.
That ain't good, stranger. Could you tell me how this happened?
Well, it started when one corporation bought another, and they got rid of the good management and brought in a bunch of bumbling idiots and started firing all the local ranchers and replaced them one by one with these strangers from out of town.
I've heard that story before. Static and tumbleweeds, I'm moving on.
South Florida's choice for sports talk. OnsideRadio.com.
If you're a Miami sports fan, then there's only one store to go to, and that's Caneswear at Miami Fanwear in Davie. They're your one-stop shop for all your inner Miami CF, Canes, Dolphins, Panthers, and Marlins merchandise. They have hats, t-shirts, game day jerseys, and so much more. Located at 2511 South University Drive in Davie, and open 24/7 online at caneswear.com or innermiamiwear.com. Call them at 954-835-5597. Caneswear, the spot where inner Miami and all Miami sports fans shop.
You can connect with us at OnsideRadio.com by sending us a text at 844-416-8123. Save it on your cell phone, 844-416-8123. No better place to send your comments, ask questions, win prizes. OnsideRadio.com, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan.
This Inter Miami CF Minute is brought to you by Stout Bar and Grill in Oakland Park. With over 40 TVs, Stout is the home for soccer around the world and a great place to watch Inter Miami CF. Stout features Clonakilty whiskeys, the world's best Irish whiskey.
Inter Miami and the MLS are currently in a 3-week international break and is set to return on June 19th. Inter Miami will take on DC United yet again, but during this break, some players are being called up, like Jovan Jones, to the Trinidad national team, and some players are also taking a rest. As it stands right now, Miami is currently 2-2-4 in the Eastern Conference. That gives them 8 points, and it puts them on 11th place in the East, while last year they were 1-1-6 at this time, so you have seen a slight improvement despite the terrible performances. Let's see if they can pick it up after the break comes back.
Keep up with the latest on La Rosa Negra by subscribing on most platforms. Search Onside Radio.
All righty. Well, welcome back on a beautiful Thursday. Hope you all are doing well. Hope it's nice wherever you're at. I mean, we're blessed, right? Every day we get to open our eyes and enjoy a day. It is good. A lot of us are getting vaccinated, so we've got a shot at getting our lives back to normal. I mean, it's nice to do a show without a mask, man. It really is. It's nice to go somewhere without a mask also. You know what I'm saying? It's nice to be vaccinated and not have to worry too much about it. So appreciate all of you out there for tuning in. I know you could be doing other things, and yet you're listening, or if you're downloading the show at any time of the day or night, we love you for that. Don't forget to please give us a thumbs up while you're watching on YouTube. Rate and review the podcast. All of these things are extremely important. If you can't do it for all of our shows here at Onside Radio, and NorCal says, shout out to you, Big O, for creating an entire station for Miami sports fans to listen to all day, every day, listening since 2008, and this platform has been my favorite. Great work. And NorCal, listen, I can only do so much here, or we can only do so much. I'm hoping to grow a lot more than what we have already. I'm still looking to add more shows to the station. We've got a lot of things. We're going to have our own Dolphins pre- and post-game show, so you don't have to listen to the crap that they spew out there. That's all, you know what I'm saying. So all that good stuff. So we're going to have, we're going to try to do our best to give you guys the best kind of sports talk, and then you don't have to listen to anything that's piped in from somewhere else. You know what I mean? It's nice that when you turn on Onside Radio, you're going to hear about all our local teams. Yeah, we're going to talk soccer, and there'll be some e-gaming talk, and there'll be some other things, and we'll talk some of the I've got a couple stories on national headlines that I want to talk about. Of course, we'll do all of that, but it's all centralized around sports here in South Florida, and that's what it's all about. And I know we've got a ton of fans like you, NorCal, that you're out in California listening to us. I see Lisa's on there. She's out in New York. There's a lot of you out there that you're somewhere else. Herman, I forgot exactly where you're at, but you're not in town either. So there's a lot of people that are listening to us or watching or downloading, and they don't live here in South Florida, but they used to live here. They have some kind of ties here. They love the teams from here. So that's why we always say that it's for the South Florida sports fan around the world, because it's not just those of us that live here in the Tri-County area. No, we've got fans all over. So I appreciate you noticing that. Thank you, sir. Herman, by the way, says, Big O, have you read about what Marcelo Zuna did? If yes, what's your opinion about it? Thank you. We talked about it. I don't know. When did we talk about it? On Monday or Friday? I'm not exact. No. Yeah, well, we were here Monday. I forgot
Monday
when.
Or Tuesday.
Monday or Tuesday?
Yeah.
I think Marcelo Zuna is a disgusting pig, is what I think. Okay? Listen, man, to me, there's no reason to hit a woman. Now, apparently they've got a relationship where she does some hitting too. And as I've said this over the years, the moment you're in a relationship where either person has to raise their hand and hit you, then you're in the wrong relationship, and you need to get out right away. I don't care if you're a man and your wife or girlfriend is hitting you, you need to get the hell out, okay? Because once you cross that, it's over, okay? There's no reason for violence to be a part of any relationship whatsoever. So if you got to choke her and threaten her to kill her, then, you're a disgusting scumbag. So I'm hoping that Ozuna serves some jail time, which he probably won't because he's got plenty of money. And he should miss the rest of the baseball season. I don't know if baseball has the scruples to at least, suspend him for the rest of the season, but we'll see. They haven't said anything yet, right, because the investigation's going on. So they've got to wait probably until all of that. But I have listen, man, you either beat or assault kids, I have no time for you. You beat or assault women, I have no time for you. You hurt animals, I have no time for you. So to me, this goes across the board. All right? abusing kids, abusing women, abusing animals. That to me is just something that is just, I can't comprehend that. You understand? That's my problem with all of this, is that to me, I can't comprehend it. It's like watching, I have the story here, the 12-year-old boy and the 14-year-old girl that went on a shootout with cops. You heard about that, right? Huh, Alex? Well, in Volusia County, in Deltona, Florida, a boy who's 4'11", and 78 pounds, 12 years old, and a girl who, by the way, is a really big girl. She is 5'11", 140 pounds, okay, at 14 years old. I'm thinking to myself, I'm reading that story, I'm like, you're 5'11", and you're 14. You have potential to do a lot of other things in life. You can make a life for yourself. These two broke into a house. This girl, by the way, started a fire that almost, burnt down a house or something. She got shot in the abdomen. They both got into a shootout. The girl actually shouted to the boy, "I'm going to roll this down like GTA," which is Grand Theft Auto. These are things I can't comprehend at 12 and 14 either. At 12 and 14, I knew what a gun was. I knew I wasn't stupid enough. No matter how many times I watched Starsky and Hutch, it wasn't going to inspire me to take on cops. I wasn't going to grab a gun. And you know what? I had guns in my house all the time because my dad had a gun. All the time. Never locked. Do you know why? Because he knew I'd never touch it. Do you know why he knows I would never touch it? Because the foot that would go in my ass would make me walk like a cowboy, like a Bronco buster for the next 7 years. Because I feared my dad more than I feared the cops. All right? Principal can spank you. The assistant principal can spank you. And when they're done, you know what you're doing? You're begging them not to call your parents. Now, I don't know what kind of guidance these kids had. Obviously, it's crappy guidance. But my point is, common sense has gone completely out the door. Okay? The other day, that guy that got cut off by a woman and her 2 kids in her Toyota, and the guy's in a Maserati. So, you know how the guy gets pissed off? He grabs his gun, comes out of the Maserati, sneaks up on the car, and starts shooting it. I can't comprehend these things. I can't. There's no comprehension of how do you do that? How do you allow that to happen? What makes you think? I watched Superman since I was a child. I never got a bed sheet and tied it to my neck and jumped off the roof thinking I could fly. Because I had common sense, which I would figure most people have common sense. And at 12 and 14, these 2 kids they've got an AK-47, a shotgun, a pistol, and they're shooting at cops. You got to see the video. It's torturous for the cops. They know it's 2 children back there. And they're getting shot at. And they're restraining themselves because they don't want to be the one to shoot a kid. And somebody had to shoot the kid. Because you're in a residential neighborhood. You're going to kill somebody. These are things I can't comprehend. So I can't comprehend Marcel Ozuna. I can't comprehend a lot of this crap that I'm watching. You know what I mean? Walking up to an Asian person and knocking him out. What the hell is that, dude? The world is full of this stuff, and I watch it on television, and I sit there and I'm going, what the hell is going on? So, there you go. That's my answer to Marcel Ozuna and the lack of common sense and everything else that goes on in this country that I can't explain it, dude. Can't explain it. Really can't. And you got to watch that video. It is torturous for those cops. You hear them talking about the fact that they don't want to shoot back. But then what are you going to do? It's crazy. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll come back on the other side. Folks, don't forget, the fans support the teams. They buy the jerseys and the tickets, but they never get the love they deserve on sports radio. OnsideRadio.com changes all of that with Miami sports music for the fans. It's the show driven by Stephen D, representing Miami sports fans around the world. Tune in every night from 6 to 7 p.m. as Stephen D and fans around the world drive the talk about your favorite South Florida sports teams. OnsideRadio.com is dedicated to the Miami sports fan.
Now streaming online. Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan. Sports fans love a place with great food, cold drinks, and TVs everywhere. That's why sports fans love Sports Grill and their 7 amazing locations. Check out the Bird Road location at 11481 Southwest 40th Street in the back corner of the West Bird Shopping Center. Sports Grill is also now offering some great employment opportunities. All kinds of positions are now available, from kitchen to hosting. Call for more information at 305-485-8845. From wraps to salads to amazingly delicious specialty dishes, Sports Grill is the home to the legendary special grilled wings. Since 1987, Sports Grill, good food, good drink, and good friends.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List in the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com. Join the Inter Miami family in 2021 by becoming a 2021 season ticket member. Enjoy enhanced access benefits and pricing not available to general fans. Visit intermiamicf.com/tickets for more information.
If you missed Man of the Match with Alex Dano, you missed.
I think we need to normalize the nickname Dick again. There used to be a lot of dicks. Now, people think about the male anatomy. I don't know why we can't use Dick as a nick. There was something the strong, silent type would have the name Dick. Yeah, sure, it was a nickname for Richard, but Richards now will just go by Rich or Richard. Like, nobody goes by Dick anymore. I think we need to normalize Dick.
Man of the Match with Alex Dano from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. When you need your warehouse looking good while staying efficient, there's only one place to find the finest racks in the business. Pallet Rack City in Hialeah. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547. Pallet Rack City is the company you need when you want your warehouse sporting the finest racks in the business. After all, who doesn't love a great rack? Pallet Rack City. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547. Keeping you informed in the world of sports. With an OnsideRadio.com sports update.
Toronto Blue Jays used a 3-run 9th inning to come back and beat the Miami Marlins 6-5 last night. Yimi Garcia got the loss. The Fish head to Pittsburgh for a 4-game series with the Pirates. Laser Hernandez will get the start, and it'll be his debut for the 2021 season. Philadelphia 76ers move on to the second round of the playoffs with a 129-112 victory over the Wizards. Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks took a bow and eliminated the New York Knicks with a 103-89 victory. The Utah Jazz took care of the Memphis Grizzlies 126-110 as they move on to the next round. The Dallas Mavericks took a 3-2 lead in their series with the LA Clippers after a 105-100 win last night. Tonight, the Denver Nuggets look to close out the Trailblazers. Tip-off is at 8, and at 10:30, the Phoenix Suns look to eliminate the defending NBA champion LA Lakers. Duke University announced yesterday Coach K will retire after 41 seasons and 5 championships at the end of the 2021-2022 season. You are listening to the only locally owned South Florida sports talk station. Coming up, it's more of the Onside Zone with the Big O right here at OnsideRadio.com.
Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. Sean Stanley hosts the Square Circle Digest.
But to be the man, you gotta beat the man. And I'm saying, woo, right here. I'm the man.
Now, wrestling fans have a place to call home as Sean covers the very colorful world of wrestling. Tune in every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. on the home for sports fans worldwide, OnsideRadio.com.
Hello, Inter Miami CF fans. Download the Drink AR app and play inside a first-of-its-kind virtual soccer stadium, hosted by Bodega Trevento and Inter Miami CF, and celebrate your passion for soccer from the comfort of your own home. Find the download links on our Instagram account at Treventus and get our wines delivered straight to your home with a discount for all Inter Miami CF fans. Discover Trevento, a shared passion.
People do some pretty cool things in their 40s and 50s. Why should saving for retirement be any different? I mean, they go back to college, learn new instruments, start skateboarding. Whoa! Okay, maybe that one's not for everybody, but saving for retirement is. With aceyourretirement.org, you can get on track with your retirement savings no matter your age. Just have a 3-minute chat with Avo, the friendly digital retirement coach from AARP. You'll get personalized recommendations based on your input that are easy to understand and work with your lifestyle. It's quick, easy, and free. Plus, it's sponsored by AARP, so you know they got your back.
Gnarly move, Dad.
Thanks, sweetie. So wherever you are in your retirement savings journey, head to aceyourretirement.org and start chatting with Avo today. That's aceyourretirement.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Alrighty. Reminds me of like an open like Judas Priest would have. All of a sudden Rob Halford comes in and then just boom, Glenn Tipton starts with a riff. It's just, whatever. I'm just throwing that out there. Anyway, welcome aboard. Welcome back to the Onside Zone. When I was talking about sports fans in South Florida living all over the place, Troy Ortiz chimes in, says, I'm listening from Portland, Oregon. Uber Beaner is in Alaska. Okay, Troy, by the way, used to live in Miami, now lives in Portland, Oregon, which, by the way, talk about not making any sense, allowing them to just riot every single night, that kind of stuff. That makes no sense. Let's allow people to destroy our town. No. Arrest your ass. Okay, you want to protest in peace? I'm good. You want to burn somebody's, business down or assault somebody? Your ass needs to go to jail. What else? The Great Fear is in D.C. Joseph Rodriguez says, never been to Florida. Die-hard Finns fan here in Bakersfield, California. Matt goes, Uber Beaner, damn, you in Alaska? We all think, right? Everybody in Alaska right now, we're all thinking Uber right now is sitting in his igloo. Right? And he's in the igloo now, the one that has ice fishing, not the one he sleeps in. He's in he's in the duplex. He's in the next igloo next door where he gets his dinner from because he's ice fishing. That's our imagination of everybody in Alaska. They all live in an igloo. They're all hanging out with Chili Willy. Okay, and when they cry ice cubes. Yep, that's what we're doing. Let's see, what else do we have? Tremolio says, lived in Miami Springs 30 years, now in Simi Valley in California. Ian says, a real man never puts his paws on a woman ever. Facts. That's right. Matt says, oh, yeah, I read about those two teens. Sad. Uber says, common sense isn't so common anymore. Amen to that. Ian says, 12 to 14 years old, all I cared about was girls and football. Some things never change, right? Girls, football, maybe 12 to 14. I'm doing a lot of motocross biking, a lot of skateboarding, some roller skating, because roller skating started becoming big in those days here in this country. It kind of became like a thing. So, yeah, and you're right. And dude, 12 to 14, I'm going to Tropical West and skating. I remember my mom dropping us off on Friday and Saturday nights there at Tropical West. That she'd pick us up like around 11:30 over at Cazzoli's after we had a slice or two of pizza, because Cazzoli's was right in the corner of Tropical West. And you're right. It was just rock and roll, skating, girls, maybe go into the little disco, take off the skates, dance in the socks, that kind of stuff. Yeah, man, that's what you're thinking at 12 to 14. Let me play Space Invaders. That's what you're thinking. You're not thinking about getting in a shootout with cops. What the hell is that? Robert Rebel, I'm butchering, I'm sorry. Oklahoma, listening. And Uber says, Big O, I also have a pet bear, too. Ah, there you go. Did you see that woman that pushed the mama bear off the wall because the dogs went at the bears? Did you see that, Alex? Now, that's a badass girl. She's like 17 or 18. And she pushed that big-ass bear off the wall. Okay? And then to save her dogs, that was awesome. Dougie Fresh says, oh, say it loud like my mother would say, if you find yourself in a relationship of any sort where the membership fee requires that you make yourself smaller, get out. Amen. Herman Cuevas from Honduras. That's where he's listening. My parents and sister live in Miami. Dolphin fan since 84. There you go. Thank you for listening in Honduras. Oh, what if your lady is cheating behind your back with your best friend? Would you get physical with either one in that scenario? Yeah, with my best friend, but not her. Just dumping her, beating my friend's ass. Yeah. Yeah, there's no doubt. Yeah, we're having it out. Well, there's no doubt. I'm going to kick his ass then, and then when I see him again, I'm going to kick his ass, and if I see him again, I'm going to kick his ass. Yes, definitely. And then I'll tell my wife, get the F out of here. And that's it. Okay? Oh, my God, Tropical West. Oh, the memories. Damn right, Ray. Damn right. Rydell Classics, Goody Comb in the back pocket of your Levi's corduroys, cruising and riding with the Lacoste, right? Yeah, bro, come on. That's what it's all about. That's the life. Big O, there used to be some big fights at Tropical West and Midway Skating Rink. Not at Tropical West. At Midway, yes. Tropical West, there were a lot of big fights. I went to Tropical West religiously. I hated Midway because it was a really small rink, and when one person would fall, it was like a domino effect, and 150 other people would fall. Because it was just, at Midway Skating Center, it should have been called We Break Fire Codes roller skating rink or something. I don't know how you want to phrase it. The roller rink that breaks fire codes, Midway Skating Center. I don't know. That should have been their slogan, because there's no way they went by the rules of fire codes there. That place was stuffed up. That's why I couldn't go. Now, I will say, there were some lovely girls that went to Midway Skating Center. That's the only thing that would tempt you to go there, because there were some lovely ladies there. But it was a pain in the ass, bro. It was too packed. Tropical West was nice and big and wide open, but it didn't have – I know, because I went religiously to Friday, Saturday, and Sunday during the day for years in the height of it, in the mid-'70s on. So it was just one of those deals. I didn't see a lot of fights at Tropical West. Midway was a whole different ballgame. Midway, let's just be honest, okay? We love to be honest here, right? Okay? Tropical West was more on the Anglo side. So it was a little bit more mellow, and you had a little more of a rock edge to it. Also, because you could hear Foghat, Stone Blue, and Boston, and all kinds of different Queen and all that. You would hear. You went to Midway Skating Center, was un poquito más Latino, and so we're a little bit more hot-headed, and so you're looking at my girl, and so all that kind of stuff. So Midway had way more problems than Tropical West. Just to be fair, bro. I just got to be fair. I got to be honesto con usted. Okay? Sorry if I missed what were your thoughts on Alan Poupart's segment with Alex Donald regarding Tua? What did he say? I'm trying to remember now. I heard it, and I don't know what. You got to remind me on whatever he said. I don't remember there. The bear getting pushed off was a pancake by the lady. I mean, yeah, that was a pancake block. There was no doubt that was a pancake block. Yeah, you're right. Le Bouche Disco at Tropical West. All right, 888-441-4623 is the phone lines if you want to get in. That's 888-441-4623. The text line, 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123 if you want to get in on the program. Plenty of things to talk about on the show. Am I going to get to sports here? Did we do any sports in this hour, by the way, Alex?
Not really.
No, right. This was a reminiscing segment we just had now. For some, by the way, not some of you out there.
We had some Tua talk in the beginning of the hour.
Yeah. We did a little Tua talk there. Yeah, that's true. We had a small dose of it. You know what? I'll give you another dose of something that will make me really happy. I'll talk about that next.
Now streaming online. Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan.
If you're looking for a change from the everyday restaurant, then you need to get to Checkers Old Munchin German Restaurant in Pompano Beach. Brats, Wiener Schnitzel, homemade potato pancakes, pretzels with mustard, and lots of German beer. And with daily specials, there is something for everyone. If you're up for a challenge, you should take their famous boot tour. Finish 30 boots of different varieties of German beer, and you'll receive half price on their beer for life. And you'll get to take home your own boot and Checkers Old Munchin t-shirt. They also have outdoor seating available in their new beer garden with live music, as well as carry-out, curbside pickup, and delivery. So, for the finest German food and beer, get over to 2209 East Atlantic Boulevard in Pompano Beach. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Checkers Old Munchin Restaurant, or call them for reservations at 954-785-7565. That's 954-785-7565. We'll see you at Zagat-rated Checkers Old Munchin German Restaurant in Pompano Beach.
Saturday mornings, 9 a.m., Sean Stanley hosts the Square Circle Digest.
But to be the man, you gotta beat the man. And I'm saying, woo, right here, I'm the man.
Now, wrestling fans have a place to call home as Sean covers the very colorful world of wrestling. Tune in every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. on the home for sports fans worldwide, OnsideRadio.com. Sports fans love a place with great food, cold drinks, and TVs everywhere. That's why sports fans love Sports Grill and their 7 amazing locations. Check out the Miami Lakes location at 15462 Northwest 77th Court, located in the Ryan Oaks Plaza. Sports Grill is also now offering some great employment opportunities. All kinds of positions are now available, from kitchen to hosting. Call for more information at 305-485-8845. From wraps to salads to amazingly delicious specialty dishes, Sports Grill is the home to the legendary special grilled wings. Since 1987, Sports Grill, good food, good drink, and good friends.
Inter Miami CF fans, join us at our new home this season for all away games as we broadcast live at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company, 1901 North Federal Highway in Pompano Beach. Join Big O and Alex Dono for the live pregame, halftime, and postgame shows while we watch the games. Enjoy meticulously brewed beer on site, delicious artisanal pizzas, live music, and giveaways. So, the new home for all Inter Miami road games is at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company at the Pompano City Mall, where they'll feature all the Inter Miami games. Follow them on Twitter at Dangerous Minds B and Facebook and Instagram at Dangerous Minds Brewing, and visit them at dangerousmindsbrewing.com.
When you need your warehouse looking good while staying efficient, there's only one place to find the finest racks in the business. Pallet Rack City in Hialeah. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547. Pallet Rack City is the company you need when you want your warehouse sporting the finest racks in the business. After all, who doesn't love a great rack? Pallet Rack City. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547.
There's no need to drive around South Florida wasting valuable time looking for a new or certified pre-owned Acura. Go to the #1 volume sales dealership in the Southeast United States. Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Purchase with pace and space in a dealership tailored to your needs. From home buying to providing that personal touch. Contact the 2020 Satisfaction Award winner Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. 888-776-5123. That's 888-776-5123. Or visit them at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
All righty. You know, sometimes there are people in the world that you're almost afraid that if they have power, how will they use it, or will they abuse it? And I'll give you an example. I bet some of you have a friend that's just an a-hole sometimes, or maybe a lot of times. And you would imagine that if he had or she had money or power, that they would become even bigger a-holes, and you would be afraid for everybody else that had to deal with them. You know, they might be your friends still, and you love them and all that stuff, but they have their moments that they're a-holes, and you're wondering, wow, if they would get power, you know. And I think we all know somebody like that, or have a friend like that, or have an associate like that, a co-worker, a family member, somebody like that, right? And so the New York Knicks are that team that you just you hope they never have power, because their fans and the players would be so obnoxious. And in the series against the Knicks, against the Hawks, the Knicks were already getting out of hand. And mind you, they've never accomplished anything, okay? It's a franchise that hasn't accomplished anything in forever. And they've been an embarrassment basically for 20 years now. So here's Clint Capella addressing the fake tough guys, New York Knicks.
They're trying to play tough. I mean, push our guys around and talk, but we can do that too. And we show them as soon as they came back here that we can push guys around too. We can talk as well. So what you going to do about it? And we can get a win with it. So what you going to do about it? Oh, Game 4, you're coming back again. Well, it's going to happen again. We win the game, we talk shit, and we push around. So what are you going to do about it? So that's what happened. We can do it too. We can be physical, but we can win games as well. And now we're coming to your home to win this game again. They send you on vacation.
And notice, in Heat culture, or the Heat team, they went to the finals last year. They didn't act like they were in the finals, and they didn't act like that against anybody, Milwaukee or whoever. They didn't act like, a sense of entitlement. They tried to earn their way back, and they couldn't. And that's it. It's over. They move on. They point the fingers at themselves. These Knick idiots, I mean, you know, they got bounced yesterday at 4-1. So before that game in the shoot-around, a reporter was asking R.J. Barrett a question about, you know, what happens if you lose in this game. And R.J., well, again, a lack of awareness, and this is how he responds to it. Go ahead.
If you guys can't get out of this first round or can't get this series to tomorrow, how do you view the season overall?
Why you gotta be so negative? I didn't think about that. We winning tonight. I'm not thinking about that. No, bro. Stupid ass question.
So you're winning tonight? Well, no, you didn't. You lost 103-89. You got your ass kicked. And before the game, they run into Trae Young before the game. Like, they bump him. And it's like, dude, why do you want to do that? Trae Young is better than your entire team. Why would you? The only guy that has superstar potential on the court is Trae Young. So you're going to piss off the guy that actually has done more than you guys? And so Atlanta bounces them. They are a club, they are a fan base that will not be able to handle any kind of success. They will mishandle their success, and they will be more obnoxious than they're already obnoxious, and they've done nothing. Zero. Zilch. The Heat went to the finals last year, and they don't act like the Knicks. Actually, they never act like that because Spo's not going to allow that. I mean, man, listen, you want to display some bravado, at least accomplish something. Just because, 1 year you snuck in, knowing the Knicks now, they won't make the playoffs again for the next 7 to 10 years. And in 7 to 10 years from now, we'll have this same conversation. They'll act like the same assholes they are now. So now you're gonna tell that reporter it's a stupid question? Problem is the reporter had to get that question in because he knows R.J. Barrett's going to disappear like David Copperfield does to a building or flowers or a bunny or whatever, because you're not going to be around to answer that question now that you made yourself look like a complete asshole. Hour number 2 is next.
Welcome to OnsideRadio.com. Broadcasting from South Florida to the world. No station in South Florida provides more live and local sports talk.
This is like rock and roll with no music.
Follow us on social media at Onside Radio.
This Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., Red Card Radio with Austin Robillard will be broadcasting live from Stout Bar and Grill in Oakland Park. With over 40 TVs, Stout is the home for soccer around the world. Stout features Clonakilty whiskeys, the world's best Irish whiskey. So come on out this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. for Red Card Radio live from Stout Bar and Grill in Fort Lauderdale.
If you're looking for a change from the everyday restaurant, then you need to get to Checkers Old Munchin German Restaurant in Pompano Beach. Brats, Wiener Schnitzel, homemade potato pancakes, pretzels with mustard, and lots of German beer. And with daily specials, there is something for everyone. If you're up for a challenge, you should take their famous boot tour. Finish 30 boots of different varieties of German beer, and you'll receive half price on their beer for life. And you'll get to take home your own boot and Checkers Old Munchin t-shirt. They also have outdoor seating available in their new beer garden with live music, as well as carry-out, curbside pickup, and delivery. So, for the finest German food and beer, get over to 2209 East Atlantic Boulevard in Pompano Beach. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Checkers Old Munchin Restaurant, or call them for reservations at 954-785-7565. That's 954-785-7565. We'll see you at Zagat-rated Checkers Old Munchin German Restaurant in Pompano Beach.
When you want local sports, 1260 WLESPN.
We're live and local.
Yes, what she said.
Well, it's what they wrote.
Look at it this way, honey.
Oh, no, here we go.
At some point, this was all live, and wherever it came from, it was local there.
You get that look whenever you stretch the truth, or when you need your laxative.
Ain't it awful? South Florida's choice for sports talk. OnsideRadio.com. The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of Onside Radio ownership, management, sponsors, website, or Inner Miami Marketing, LLC. Now streaming online. Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan. Time to get in the zone. The Onside Zone.
And look, man, I don't care if you're my wife. If I don't agree with you, I'm going to say it.
The Onside Zone.
I don't care how you win a championship, dude. You can draft it, you can buy it, you can trade for it. Just win, baby.
The Onside Zone.
You're not Aladdin rubbing the lamp and then Will Smith comes out and you ask him, hey, fix our dolphin problems. And there he goes. No, I'm sorry. It'd be nice if it was that easy, but it's not.
You can join us on the Onside Sports Line, 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. You can connect with us at OnsideRadio.com by sending us a text at 844-416-8123. The Onside Zone with a big O.
All right. All right, it's hour number 2 here on the program. We take you till 3. But remember, we only do 2 hours because that's what we're doing all week long. Doc wants me to take it slow and build it up. And so if everything goes well, which it's sounding pretty good. And the good thing is this weekend I don't have a game. I don't have a game next weekend. So we're going to be able to rest the voice on the weekends too. And that's really, really good. But so far, so good. The voice is holding up, right, Alex? It sounds just as good as it did last month, right?
No, that's a lie.
Yeah, that's definitely a lie. Super Boom Shack says, Orlando, my daughter and I are going to see the Psychedelic Furs in concert in October. I am too. I'm going to see them for, I don't know, it's probably like the 10th time I'm going to see them. I see that they tour so much. I've seen them over the years, back in the day. But lately, like in the last 20 years, I've seen them several times because they tour almost every other year. They come by South Florida. I've seen them at the Culture Room several times. This time, they're coming to the Revolution Live. I have it here. I have my concert listing. October 27th, Wednesday, Revolution Live. I definitely will be there. The next day is Buddy Guy and Kenny Wayne Shepherd. I want to see that. And then a couple days later, we take off to Rockville and Daytona for a couple days. I'm looking forward to that. What else? Walter Trout's coming to the Funky Biscuit on October 22nd. Ministry, October 21st at the Hard Rock Orlando. What else? Boz Scaggs at the Broward Center, October 20th. Newfound Glory at the Revolution Live, October 15th. Alice Cooper and Ace Frehley in West Palm Beach, October 10th. It's either that or Pablo Cruz at the Broward Center. I think I'm going to go Cooper and Ace Frehley. Okay? Guns N' Roses and Mammoth are coming, by the way, October 2nd and 3rd to the Hard Rock Live. I haven't been to that new Hard Rock Live. I want to go. Mammoth is Van Halen's son, Wolfgang. That's his band, Mammoth. They are opening up for Guns N' Roses. I think the tickets went on sale today, I believe, in the morning or yesterday morning, one of the two. I think it was this morning. But, man, a lot of good concerts are coming. We're going to get bombarded now after a little over a year off. Bands that are at the end of their run, of their lives, their careers, they're going to want to get another tour in. And then all these other people that missed out on it, they're definitely going to – because, man, I was going through the list. There are a lot of concerts, man. A ton of concerts coming down to South Florida. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Disturbed at West Palm Beach, July 7th. It's right around the corner. Go see Stained and Bad Wolves with him. Pat Travers is coming to the Funky Biscuit, July 17th. Igby Malmsteen going to the Culture Room, July 23rd. Dave Matthews, July 30th at West Palm Beach. I can go on and on. Anyway, so we got plenty of music coming. I'm looking forward to it. Super Boom says Wolfgang used one of his dad's old guitars on the album. That's cool. I you know what, man? I root for Wolfgang. I really do. And his music doesn't sound bad either. Sounds pretty good, man. Does a nice job. And you could tell he loved his dad, man. You can tell big time that he loved his dad. All right, 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. Normally we have something called the Round Table. We do it every day here on the show. We pose a question to the folks out there, to all of our hosts. And then at the end of the night, Alex puts it together, all of our answers. And that way, the hot button question of the day, you guys get to hear that answer. Today's question: how should the NHL handle the disgusting hit by Jets' Mark Scheifele or something, I forgot how it's pronounced, on the Canadiens' Jake Evans, who had to be taken off the ice on a stretcher after that empty net goal Wednesday night? And by the way, the NHL player safety announces that the Winnipeg Jets forward Mark Scheifele or whatever will have a hearing today for charging Montreal Canadiens forward Jake Evans. Now, I'm not sure if there's been any word on what they're going to do with him. Evans, by the way, with the concussion, is out of the lineup indefinitely, but is doing better, resting at the team hotel. So I have not heard anything yet outside of them having that, and at least I gave you the update on that, checking things out on TSN Hockey. I personally, okay, and I heard, Toast and I were going back and forth on the text line, and he obviously was, telling me, well, you already labeled it a disgusting hit. I said, yeah. And listen, the goon stuff, that stuff flew years ago. Nowadays, it doesn't go. The game was over at that point. He got the empty netter, put the game out of reach. All that was a sore loser taking a cheap shot. And concussions cannot be viewed anymore like, oh, it's just a little bump in the head. Here's some smelling salt. How many fingers do I have up? Get back on the ice. That's not how it goes anymore, okay? Concussions lead to dementia sometimes, okay? They lead to serious problems, Alzheimer's, all kinds of different things. And players have to learn to have more respect for each other. I've said this many times over the years. I would love to address NFL players, put them all in a nice big-ass convention room, and I'd like to look at them all and say, how you all doing out there? And they'd say, great, whatever. And then I say, would you guys like to have a cleaner game? Would you like for the authorities from owners down to protect you guys and keep you guys safe? And then they're all going to go, yeah. And then I'll say, all right, well, all you bunch of hypocrites need to do your part too. And this is no different than James Harrison hitting Antonio Brown when he's defenseless. This is no difference than James Harrison going up on Colt McCoy when he could have hit the numbers and made the same tackle. All these men are sons, are brothers, are husbands, are uncles, are fathers to somebody. Many people may be caring about that person, and you're going out of your way to cause serious harm to your fellow companion in the business. Because you want hockey to grow, well then, you need as many good players as possible. Taking cheap shots at each other and putting people at risk no longer is considered a fun highlight anymore, because it can have irreparable damage to that human being. That hit that guy laid on him last night could be the hit that leads to dementia. We don't know, but it could be. And so if you're willing to go out of your way to play dirty, then you need to pay a serious price. Because at that moment, that was unnecessary. It had no part of the game. And I get it. Toast acts. He wants the goon play. He wants the Neanderthal way of doing things. That's fine. If you want to live back in the day, 20, 30, 40 years ago, then go ahead and live like that. But that's not how it's got to be played nowadays. Okay? That's close to criminal what he did yesterday. So in my eyes, you need to suspend this guy for the remainder of the playoffs. He needs to pay a heavy fine. And let me tell you, maybe you suspend him into some weeks into next year. You got to send a message. If you don't send a message, you will allow this kind of crap to continue. But until you actually put your foot down as a league and say, hey, listen, man, I know we've got fighting in this game. I know they're physical, but there is no reason to completely go out of your way when it has nothing to do with the hockey game. It's not a hockey play. It's an absolutely dirty and disgusting play and a disrespectful move based on just professionalism. Because that man needs to make a living. What happens if that's the hit that leads to the end of his career? And so your cheap shot, because you're frustrated, you lost the game, they got the empty netter on you, you took it out on him, and you ended his career right there and then. Because it could end. Hey, the kid that threw the water bottle at Kyrie Irving, what if he hits him right in the eye, man? What if? You don't know. But you put that person at risk by throwing the water bottle because it had nothing to do with the game. You want to boo him? Boo him, dude. While he's walking out, you're pretty close enough. Hey, Kyrie, you suck. There, you got it. Now you threw a water bottle. Now you should be charged with assault and battery. You should take it to an extreme. You need to send a message to the idiots in the stands that this is unacceptable. You need to send a message to the idiots on the ice that this is unacceptable. Those are human beings that are out there, man. I talk about this all the time. I've talked about it. I'm sure NorCal listening to me has heard this analogy many times over. The days of the Roman gladiators to now, there's a lot of things that haven't changed. There's only a couple things that have changed. You don't see the goriness because it's not a lion eating a human being. You don't see all the blood right in front of you. You don't see the warrior die right in front of you. But all of these warriors that play football and play hockey and take a beating throughout their careers, you know when they die? They die behind the scenes with their families. You know when they get dementia? Behind the scenes with their families. You know we don't give a shit about them because we move on to the next guy that puts on the jersey. Meanwhile, the families have to deal with the pieces that are left from that person's career. After all the glory and all the money and everything else, he's sitting there like a vegetable. He's sitting there and he doesn't know anybody's name. He can't be left alone because if he leaves the house, he can't find his way back. He can't pick up his grandchildren because his shoulders are blown out from all the hits that he took. He needs 2 hip replacements and a knee replacement, but you don't give a shit. The fact that Earl Campbell can't walk and needs a walker and needs a wheelchair, you don't give a shit. That's what it is. So all these warriors, they die, they break down behind the scenes. We don't care about them. We don't ever check up on any of these people, ever. We just don't. So in my eyes, this guy needs to face a long suspension, and you got to get to a point where you send a message to everybody else that this is not acceptable. If there's a hard hit in hockey that's part of the game, that's acceptable because it happens in football, it happens in hockey. But if you're going to purposely headhunt people and you're purposely, this guy absolutely knocked this guy out cold. They had to take him out on a stretcher. There's so many bad things. The way he landed, he could have easily injured his neck also, the way he landed. And if he lands the wrong way, it could have been a serious thing. And then what? So how do you avoid this? By sending a message. Speaking of Toast, start your morning every day at 8 a.m. with Toasted Sports. Toast covers all of the local sports stories while providing some great Miami Hurricanes insight. Download, subscribe, rate, and review the podcast. Toasted Sports, 8 to 10 a.m. only at OnsideRadio.com.
We'll be right back to the Big O Show. You can join us on the Onside Sports Line, 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623.
When you're tired of watching the sun damage your furniture or raise your electric bill, it's time to do what we did here at OnsideRadio.com studio. Call A Shade Above Window Fashions in Davie and Sunrise. A Shade Above Window Fashions has a great selection of blackout shades to choose from. We can almost create a complete blackout for your bedroom or media room. Call them at 954-434-4774. That's 954-434-4774. Love the space you live in. A Shade Above Window Fashion.
This Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., Red Card Radio with Austin Robillard will be broadcasting live from Stout Bar and Grill in Oakland Park. With over 40 TVs, Stout is the home for soccer around the world. Stout features Clonakilty Whiskies, the world's best Irish whiskey. So come on out this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. for Red Card Radio live from Stout Bar and Grill in Fort Lauderdale.
Riddle me this, with all this sizzling meat and crunchy veggies nestled between toasty flatbread, who should get credit for Papa John's new papadilla? The person who invented pizza or the person who invented folding? Well, whoever it is, a tip of the tongue hat to you, sir or madam. Get a new Papadia, 4 flavors, just $6 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's.
At OnsideRadio.com, we chirp all day and night. It's time to do some more chirping with David Dwork at our Chirping the Cats report.
Panthers general manager Bill Zito held his first season-ending press conference with the media on Wednesday, touching on several topics as the team heads into the offseason. Perhaps the biggest issue on his to-do list will be to lock up team captain Sasha Barkov to a long-term contract extension. As it stands, Barkov has 1 year left on his current deal, which means the Panthers can begin negotiating a contract extension with him this summer. Considering Barkov's last deal came with an average annual value of just $5.9 million, he's expected to get a hefty raise for the deal that will take him into what should be the prime years of his career. Zito said Wednesday that it will be paramount for him to negotiate an extension with Barkov, saying he plans to reach out to Barkov's agent and address the situation in short order. Zito also gave an update on injured defenseman Aaron Ekblad, who has made significant progress in his recovery since being lost for the season with a leg fracture. Overall, Zito said there were plenty of positives to take from the season, but it's still not good enough. With a busy and fast-paced offseason now upon us, it'll be interesting to see what Zito and his staff are up to in terms of improving the Panthers ahead of next season.
Keep up with the latest on the Florida Panthers by subscribing on most platforms by searching Onside Radio, your home for South Florida sports. If you missed Man of the Match with Alex Dono, you missed.
And this happens in a lot of food polls, right? When I put out a food discussion and I claim that one thing is better than the other, the people who are the fans of the thing that I don't like as much will always say, oh, you've never had my abuelita's tres leches. Well, no crap. I don't know your grandma. She's never invited me. I hate that argument. It's like, oh, wait, you think tiramisu is better? You've never had my abuelita's homemade tres leches. Well, until she invites me over, bro, how am I supposed to try? You've clearly never been to Florence where they have great tiramisu, so don't give me your crap. You've never had my nonna's tiramisu.
Yeah, I haven't.
And you'll never have it. She's dead.
Oh, God.
You'll never have it.
I really wanted to.
You're SOL. She didn't save the recipe. It died with her.
Oh, no.
Man of the Match with Alex Dono on South Florida's home for sports talk, OnsideRadio.com.
All right, we're back. Dem Canes, by the way, he corrects me. He says it's Vontaze Burfict, not James Harris. It doesn't really matter. Burfict, Harrison, Lyle Alzado, whatever, bro. I mean, over the years, we've had that guy that's just, disgustingly dirty, and both of them have been dirty. By the way, it was Harrison on Colt McCoy. Maybe it was Burfict on Antonio. You're right. But I was right about Harrison on Colt McCoy. So, it doesn't matter. Tomato. It's all the same. Dirty-ass players. Got to eliminate it, man. Got to eliminate it. You can't say, oh, the league doesn't protect us. But meanwhile, you guys are taking dirty shots at each other. That's where it doesn't. That's where don't cry to me about what the league doesn't do when you idiots aren't going to respect each other anyways. So if you're going to take those kind of dirty shots, that's where you need to pay the price. And Norca, who's listened to me a lot, says, Big O, like you say, the guy headhunting should be suspended as long as the injured player minimum. Yeah. Only problem is that this guy probably may not play the playoffs again, and he might have missed even longer time if it was the regular season. So that's why I wouldn't even mind suspending this guy for these playoffs and into next season. Like a month into – I'm serious. You have to get to a point where you actually send a message so you can put fear in them. It's like I told you about gun laws, not to get political too much here. Some of you can't handle a different opinion. But like I've said about gun laws, our gun laws are – it's not selling guns the problem. It's our laws, right? And like I said, you don't even have to commit a crime. You just get caught with a gun that is not yours or stolen. You need to get 15 years, no question asked. You commit a crime, just a crime, 25 years, no questions asked. You commit a murder, you need to get the electric chair right away. That's it. That's all. After you've exercised your rights in court, you're found guilty, put his ass in the chair and juice him. That's how you'll scare people that they won't even touch. Remember what I told you earlier? My dad had pistols, shotguns, all kinds of guns in the house. He might have had like 4 or 5 guns in the house. Love guns. And none of them were ever locked. It was a different world. Because I could see those guns and I knew I couldn't touch it. Not even screwing around was I going to touch it. Why? Because I was going to get the wrath from my dad. Or if my mom saw me, chancletazo, un avión, un zapato, forget about it, bro. You're history. You didn't even touch it. That's our problem. We need to set rules in this society, okay, in all levels. Doesn't matter what it is. Dirty hits in sports, gun violence, you name it, whatever. We need to set the kind of rules that scare the crap out of people. And you'll see that you'll see it go like this. The dirty hits will disappear. When they see you get heavy fines and you lose out on game checks and all kinds of stuff, they'll never do it again. That's what it has to be, man. But until we make people pay the price for their crimes, they're going to continue to do them on the field, on the streets, whatever it is. All right. Anyway, a lot of things to talk about in the world of sports. I got to tell you something tonight. I normally look like Benicio del Toro as it is, all right, because I've got Samsonites always under my eyes. But I'm sure these Samsonites will even be worse tomorrow because I got to stay up tonight to watch a little Lakers and Suns at 10:30. Phoenix is leading 3-2. This is the kind of game that I not only watch the game, I got to stay after for the press conference so I can watch LeBron James, and, just give out all the excuses, cry me a river, all that stuff. Another year off his career with no shot at a title. I love it, bro. I got to tell you, I absolutely love it. Listen, last year, things worked out for them. They got lucky that he got injured, because if not, it might have been a different end to that season. Can you imagine his first year, he has all the injuries. They don't do anything with that club. The second year, if the Heat stays healthy, Miami could win that title. And then this year, AD breaks down. It would have been 3 straight years. Oh, my God. You know that volcano in Finland that's exploding? Or Iceland. It's Iceland, yes. The volcano in Iceland that's blowing up? That would be LeBron James by now. It would be awesome. So tonight, it's almost like which Humpty Dumpty can stay together, right? Because CP3's Humpty Dumpty and AD is Humpty Dumpty. Both are extremely injury prone. Now, CP, will probably shoot up that shoulder and get in there because that's who he is. AD, I don't know if he's going to be able to play with a growing injury, and Ayton is going to eat him up even if he does play, because he won't be able to stay with him, because when you got a growing injury, I don't know if you've ever had one. I never had one when I was young, but I had one, man, I don't know how many years ago it was, but the last time Van Halen toured, I saw them here, but I saw them also at the Amway Center in Orlando. I forgot that date. I want to say it was like maybe 6 years ago, 7 years ago, something like that. Getting out of the car, I blew out my groin. And I swear to you, it took me like 4 months to recover from that thing. Now, I'm old, I'm out of shape, all that. Simply getting out of the car, I blew out my groin. You know how it is that you can suffer all kinds of injuries doing the stupidest things and the most daily things you do in the world. That happened to me. It's like you tweak it and then you don't feel it much, right? And you keep walking and you're like, you probably tweaked it a little bit, whatever, and you keep going and it doesn't hurt you that much. But then when the show was done and I had to walk back to the car, oh, did I feel it, bro? Did I feel it? For months, I would put my butt in the car and then swing my 2 legs over. Because, you get in and, one leg over, one leg. I could not do that. No, that would hurt. So I'd have to sit my butt down and then swing my legs into the seat. I did that for months. And I got to tell you, I got to be honest. I still do it to this day sometimes. Just because I think of, oh, man, I blew up my groin doing that. I don't want to do it ever again, that kind of stuff. When you get old, man, your body breaks down, bro. It's just not the same. Big O, let's get into the Treehouse in Lauderdale Thursday to see Hammerhead and Sahara, and then end the night at Fire and Ice, Goth Night, or Richie's house for the practice room of Hammerhead and Miami Slayer. LOL. That's perfect for me. I'm good with that. Those were the days, dude. Those were the days. And Fire and Ice, I love that place. All the cartoon porn that they had also. Dem Canes goes un avionazo. Yeah, you know it. You know it, right? You know what's un avionazo. Yeah. Any of you, un avionazo, if you watch NCIS, okay, and the lead character with the salt and pepper hair, God, I forgot his name, but I think it's Denozo, who's now Bull, Michael, I forgot his name now. He was in Dark Angel also with Jessica Alba. Anyway, I think his name is Denozo in the show. So he has a tendency. Mark Harmon. Mark Harmon is the lead actor in CSI. And so when Denozo's out of line or something, he goes by and he hits him on the back of the head like that. That's un avionazo in Spanish. Okay? So just in case if anybody out there you want to learn our slang, that's un avionazo. And there you go. Sneak Attack 305 says, if I did something like my mother would make me pick a tree branch and then, oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Belts, everything. See, it all depends. You might have the mom that just hits you with whatever she has in her hand at that moment. It might be a purse. It might be the broom. It might be the chancleta. It might be a high heel shoe. Whatever she has in her hand, you're getting hit by it. She's in the middle of picking up your Monopoly box and you do something still, whack, just hit you with the Monopoly box. And there's pieces flying all over the place. Now pick it up. You're like, hey, and then you're like, you're like all pissed off that you're hurting, and you're picking up your houses and your hotels and the dog and the thimble and all that good stuff. Matt Walker says, man, you got some crazy stories. I don't know about crazy stories, man, but it's just, that's kind of what life is, right? Life is all about crazy. But I will say this, I am going to enjoy watching LeBron James lose tonight because he's losing tonight. Suns are going to win. Suns are going to frustrate the hell out of the Lakers. And then we've got to watch LeBron make all the excuses in the world. I think it's going to be a beautiful thing. It's one of those, I'm thinking about a champagne bottle tonight, maybe. A little toast to LeBron James getting eliminated. And like I told you, I think it was yesterday, what I would love is if he gets eliminated, you think about it. The 2 championships away from Miami, he needed the suspension to derail the Warriors to win the one in Cleveland. And then last year, he needed Bam and Dragon to get injured. So we can kind of put, some twists on those right there. Okay? And that still would be good. Ray says, LOL, chancleta flying by at 100 miles an hour towards our face. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Telling you. Super Boom Shack. Why are you throwing out Boone's Farm? You going to throw Mad Dog 2020 also at me? I remember my nights at the Third Bridge, hanging out with everybody, drinking a little bit. Then you're lying on the sand and you're shooting the stars with your hands, by the way. Okay, we didn't carry guns. We just had fun, which you can't do that nowadays, right? You can't go to the Third Bridge. You can't go party all over Key Biscayne like we used to. Why? Because you idiots get out of line. See, we just wanted to party and have some fun. Drink a little bit, get laid, leave. That's it. That's all. Some of us were drinking. Some folks were smoking a little bit. Some people were having sex. And then it was over. Everybody went home. Everybody was happy. Can't do that nowadays. Different world. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back on the other side. If you want to get in, 888-441-4623. The text line, 844-416-8123. I got to say, the voice is held up. Doing 2 hours of straight talk. I wanted to test it today with no guests. Don't forget, sports fans, you can always catch up with all of our daily segments by subscribing to Onside Radio on most platforms, like we just did the roundtable that all of us participate in. Esports fans will get the latest with our E-Minute. Panther fans, reporter David Dwork provides always great insight. Austin Robillard covers Inter Miami CF with the kind of passion supporters groups crave. And my man Alex provides the insight Marlins fans deserve in your Marlins Minute. Subscribe, rate, and review to Onside Radio on all platforms, the station that has the passion South Florida fans deserve.
We'll be right back to the Big O Show. You can join us on the Onside Sports Line, 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. Download the radio.net app and listen to Onside Radio on every Inter Miami CF game. OnsideRadio.com, your home for Inter Miami soccer.
Howdy, stranger.
Didn't this used to be Radio Town?
Yes, sir. It was Miami Sports Radio Town one time.
Who in the hell are these cowboys I never saw?
We don't know who these people are, riding in from other towns. There used to be a host in every one of these saloons, trying to talk about local matters, sports.
That ain't good, stranger. Could you tell me how this happened?
Well, it started when one corporation bought another, and they got rid of the good management and brought in a bunch of bumbling idiots and started firing all local ranchers and replacing them one by one with these strangers from out of town.
I've heard that story before. Static and tumbleweeds, I'm moving on.
South Florida's choice for sports talk. OnsideRadio.com. Listen to every Inter Miami CF match on your home for La Rosa Negra. OnsideRadio.com. Catch us every day on the MyTuner Radio app.
Floridians must prepare for sweltering heat, summer rainy seasons, and aggressive nature. And of course, hurricane season. That's why when it comes to protection, make sure your roof is prepared for the same brutal weather by calling Chase Roofing and Contracting. Open 24/7. Call them today. Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Tampa, and even Orlando. Go to chaseroofing.com. Chaseroofing.com provides roof inspections for both residential and commercial roofs. Get a free no-obligation roof evaluation. Trust chaseroofing.com to fortify and protect what's most important to you, your family.
Keeping you informed in the world of sports. With an OnsideRadio.com sports update.
Last night, Toronto Blue Jays used a 3-run ninth inning to come back and beat the Miami Marlins 6-5 last night. Yimi Garcia got the loss and a blown save. The Fish head to Pittsburgh for a 4-game series against the Pirates. Eliezer Hernandez will make his debut for the 2021 season and get the start tonight. Philadelphia 76ers moved on to the second round of playoffs with a 129-112 victory over the Wizards. Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks took a bow and eliminated the New York Knicks with a 103-89 win. The Utah Jazz took care of the Memphis Grizzlies 126-110 as they move on to the next round. And the Dallas Mavericks took a 3-2 lead in their series against the LA Clippers after a 105-100 win last night. Tonight, the Denver Nuggets look to close out the Trailblazers. Tip-off is at 8, and at 10:30, the Phoenix Suns look to eliminate the defending NBA champion LA Lakers. Duke University announced yesterday that Coach K will retire after 41 seasons and 5 championships at the end of the 2021-2022 season. You're listening to the only locally owned South Florida sports talk station. Coming up, it's more of the Onside Zone with the Big O right here at OnsideRadio.com.
Sports fans love a place with great food, cold drinks, and TVs everywhere. That's why sports fans love Sports Grill and their 7 amazing locations. Check out the Bird Road location at 11481 Southwest 40th Street in the back corner of the West Bird Shopping Center. Sports Grill is also now offering some great employment opportunities. All kinds of positions are now available from kitchen to hosting. Call for more information at 305-485-8845. From wraps to salads to amazingly delicious specialty dishes, Sports Grill is the home to the legendary special grilled wings. Since 1987, Sports Grill, good food, good drink, and good friends.
When you want a perfectly straight smile without braces, you can count on MoodyAssDental.com. A stunning smile is within reach. Learn more about Invisalign. Find out why so many trust the Moody Ass family. Dr. Moody Ass is an inventor and has several patents on innovative surgical instruments that are used around the world. Experience a family environment and trust on a worldwide level. From implants to crowns to a beautiful Invisalign smile. Call 305-821-0231. That's 305-821-0231. Or go to the website at MoodyAssDental.com.
All right, we're back. We take it till 3 again. We only go till 2, okay? And then we will rest. Today I actually pushed it a little bit more than I've done all so far for 2 weeks, obviously, because we were doing 3 weeks now, because we were doing an hour and a half for a week, and then I was off for a week because of the surgery. And then I've been back now for, actually, tomorrow will be a week because we came back last Friday. So this is our 5th day back, and we've only done 2 hours every day, but we've done it with a few guests sometimes, 2 and 3 guests during that time. Today, I went a little farther. Today, I pushed it to 2 hours with no guests and straight up talking, which obviously I can do that. That's not a problem, but I want to see if the voice can, do it. And so far, so good. We're hanging in there, which is nice to see that we're bouncing back. Did you guys see the story with Matt LaFleur and the Packers? I'm watching right now Brett Favre play against the Raiders on NFL Network here. And so there's a Packers story that next week they have their mandatory camp starting on Tuesday. And so they asked LaFleur if he expects to see Aaron Rodgers there, right? And you think about this, you as a head coach now, you are hoping, because it looks like what the Packers are going to do is they're going to call Aaron Rodgers' bluff. Now, they had an opportunity to trade him, but I guess that even with Aaron Rodgers, they don't want to set a precedent that somebody is not happy with what's going on. They could just demand the trade and they'll be traded. So I get that you don't want to do that, but just put yourself in that position as a team, because I don't know where Jordan Love is in his development after only 1 year during a pandemic year where I'm sure he got no reps, was maybe a scout team guy at best, and so you don't know how prepared he is now going into season 2 for him. And what if Aaron Rodgers really decides, I mean, this is a dude that just shut down his family, and he's made plenty of money. Listen, he's not going to have the Jeopardy job or anything like that. But what does he do if he does? And if he holds out, is he constantly then taking shots at the franchise to just try to just dig that knife in deeper and twist it? Is that what he's doing? So the Packers, by the way, would love to see him next week in their mandatory minicamp. Matt LaFleur admitted Wednesday he doesn't know Rodgers' plans. It's important that we have all our guys here, and certainly we'd love for him to be here, and hopefully we'll see him on Tuesday. And he goes, just speaking from a friend standpoint, I just miss one of my friends, just like I miss Allen, Devontae, tight end Robert Tonyan said of Rodgers. It's optional, and I do wish one of my favorite teammates and friends on the team was here. Plus, he made your ass a fantasy stud last year, actually. This is crazy, man. And I got to tell you something. I think he's not going to show up. I think he means it. Okay? I mean, if you're willing to shut off your mother and your father, okay, and I don't know what happened personally. Maybe his mother and father are jerks. I don't know. I have no idea, dude. Or maybe they're great people and Aaron Rodgers is the jerk. I have no idea. But he has his new girlfriend. He's made plenty of money. It's not like he shouldn't lack any money. I would imagine that if he lacks some money, he might be playing this situation a little differently. But something tells me he's pretty comfortable in that bank account. I mean, what's your assessment of it? Those of you that are chatting, that are on the chat board, do you think he shows up or he doesn't? Do you think he's bluffing, or will he stand his ground and not report to Green Bay? And by the way, if you are on the chat board, not only do I want you to answer that question, but give us a thumbs up too on the video there, because it's very important for the algorithm. I really believe he's not showing up. I really believe he's going to stick to his guns. I don't know what Gutekunst, because it can't see the thing with the whole Aaron Rodgers situation. It can't just be about drafting Jordan Love, because he got drafted with Brett Favre, and they drafted several quarterbacks with Brett Favre, and Brett Favre just kept competing and playing. So there's a disconnect between the general manager and the quarterback. It cannot be just because they drafted Love. There has to be more to that. There had to have been a couple conversations where he came to him and said, hey, we need better weapons. You need to get me some. And then and then it must have happened several times. And then obviously he hasn't followed up with it. And I get it. He's a great quarterback. So great quarterbacks lift all ships around him. And he's done that with that receiving core. Okay? I know Devontae Adams is pretty damn good, but even all the other guys have played over their heads because that guy makes you that much better. Because it's like watching him in a video game throw the ball around. Seriously. Like when I watch guys play video games, not the kind I used to play, I'm talking about the kind that Alex plays and some of these other guys. Aaron Rodgers looks like he is in a video game. The way he throws the ball, his accuracy, ball placement, all of those things, it looks digital. It's so perfect, okay? I mean, it's just a beautiful pass almost every single time. Gifted as hell. So maybe Gutekunst thinks, I don't need to get an elite player around him. I just need to get good to serviceable players because he will elevate all of those guys. But it doesn't matter how great you are. You want to have great talent around you. Joe Montana, right, had Jerry Rice and John Taylor and a great tight end. You know, Troy Aikman was super accurate, but he had players around him, dude. Great receivers, great tight ends, great running game. You know, lots of great players have other great players around them. Marino was awesome, but so was Duper and Clayton. It kind of, you know, one hand washes the other, as they say. So there has to have been some kind of disconnect, disrespect, something between the GM and the quarterback. It cannot be only about Jordan Love. It just doesn't make any sense, because since this game started, coaches and front office folks have always had to plan ahead and grab another guy for any position. So every position sees competition, pretty much. Quarterback's no different. I don't know what it was. I'm sure we'll eventually find out. I'm sure Aaron Rodgers will tell the story at one point or another about why he doesn't want to play there for real and what is the specific nature of his issue with Gutekunst. But there's something going on there, man. Marino was great, but he needed Bruce Hardy. That was funny. He needed Bruce Hardy. He needed Dan Johnson. He needed Joe Rose. Who's the... I'm trying to remember, you know, we can go Keith Jackson, but I'm talking about like some of those other guys that were like those guys that weren't like upper echelon guys, but were solid football players. There's another one I'm missing that played for Marino. Jim Jensen was fantastic too, by the way. And Roger Craig. Yeah, no, I mean I could go over all the different names myself too, but it's weird, man. About to take the show on the road. Martinez to South Lake Tahoe, streaming live. I like it. I like Lake Tahoe. I went there for my wedding anniversary. I'm sorry. I went there for my wedding, for my honeymoon. Not wedding anniversary, for my honeymoon. Haven't been there since. That was like 28 years ago. What was the Heavenly, right, is the name of the mountain there? That's that you ski on, right? I want to say it's Heavenly. You go up and then you're looking down at the lake, right? Frozen ass lake at that time. Farrell Edmonds, yeah. If Farrell Edmonds only had great hands, that was the one thing. He would always have a drop or two. He was a freakish talent. He never really realized his full potential. Now his kids, he produced two badass NFL players too in the process. Tommy says Green Bay needs to have an owner. This system of czar really leaves much to chance. Buck has to stop with the owner, Tommy and Hialeah. Tommy, we say that, but the franchise is run fine. They've had way more success than our guys down here, and they have a general manager. You know what I mean? I mean, they do have a general manager. You know, so the buck does stop somewhere. If the general manager doesn't win, he'll get booted out, and they'll get somebody else. But the system has kind of worked for them. They've been a solid organization. And to their credit, Tommy, they've been able to keep their historic stadium and then build on it and expand from luxury suites to seats and all kinds of stuff. And it's obviously it's still the same place that Bart Starr played at and all that. So to their credit, the way they've run things, you know, it's been, they've kept it very traditional and they've kept a real connection to their history. Whereas most everybody has had to move on to new stadiums and all those things. Even the Bears now are thinking of moving out of the spaceship because they want a new stadium. Troy Drayton. Yeah, I like Troy too, but Troy was kind of in the back end of Marino's career. Troy even didn't get the Marino in his prime. I'm trying to think of, there was one more guy during that era of Rose and Dan Johnson and Bruce Hardy. It's like one more that I'm missing that was there. Anyway. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll come back for the final segment, and we'll cross over with Alex Donald right here on OnsideRadio.com.
We'll be right back to the Big O Show. You can join us on the Onside Sports Line, 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. If you missed NBA insider Ira Winderman and the Acura of Pembroke Pines Miami Heat report, you missed this.
Andre Iguodala sort of like that, the old Cadbury Easter egg. It only shows up, rarely, like once a year. Andre shows up in the fourth quarter. I almost have to check the bench early to see if Andre's at the game yet in the first quarter or the second quarter. He's done a really good job with measuring the time for guys. Eric Spoelstra knows. He's been through enough deep playoff runs to know.
The Acura of Pembroke Pines Miami Heat report with NBA insider Ira Winderman, exclusively at OnsideRadio.com.
When you're tired of watching the sun damage your furniture or raise your electric bill, it's time to do what we did here at OnsideRadio.com studio. Call A Shade Above Window Fashions in Davie and Sunrise. A Shade Above Window Fashions has a great selection of blackout shades to choose from. We can almost create a complete blackout for your bedroom or media room. Call them at 954-434-4774. That's 954-434-4774. Love the space you live in. A Shade Above Window Fashion.
This Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., Red Card Radio with Austin Robillard will be broadcasting live from Stout Bar and Grill in Oakland Park. With over 40 TVs, Stout is the home for soccer around the world. Stout features Clonakilty Whiskies, the world's best Irish whiskey. So come on out this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. for Red Card Radio live from Stout Bar and Grill in Fort Lauderdale.
Can I get a captain?
Captain and what?
Captain and ginger.
I can't hear you.
Captain and Ginger! He was a Captain and Ginger! Captain and Ginger! He was a Captain and Ginger!
Captain Morgan, official partner of Major League Soccer.
Sports fans love a place with great food, cold drinks, and TVs everywhere. That's why sports fans love Sports Grill and their 7 amazing locations. Check out the Miami Lakes location at 15462 Northwest 77th Court, located in the Ryan Oaks Plaza. Sports Grill is also now offering some great employment opportunities. All kinds of positions are now available, from kitchen to hosting. Call for more information at 305-485-8845. From wraps to salads to amazingly delicious specialty dishes, Sports Grill is the home to the legendary special grilled wings. Since 1987, Sports Grill, good food, good drink, and good friends.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List in the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDConstruction.com.
Baseball fans will go deep into the count with Alex Aguirre and Christian Chase. Catch the show that talks Marlins and all the big stories in the major leagues. Saturday at 8 a.m., exclusively at OnsideRadio.com.
This is the Big O Show. 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 This is the Big O Show.
All right, welcome back for the final segment of the show. Well, I mean, we still have another hour left. We'll replay the first hour just in case if you missed it. You'll be able to listen to that hour there. We appreciate all of you for tuning in. This was one of those test days today. No guest. We'll have some guests tomorrow on the show as we wrap up the week and then obviously recharge for the weekend. Appreciate all of you, as always, for tuning in. Listen, don't forget to smash the like button on YouTube. Don't forget to also smash the like, rate, review the podcast, and do that for Kai Chen Chisholm. Do that for David Dwork, right? And Chirping the Cats Radio. Do it for Austin Robillard and Red Card Radio. So many of our shows, Miami Sports Music at 6 o'clock with Steven, Alex Dono, Toast, all of our shows, man. Please, we encourage you to go on YouTube and like all of those shows. Smash that like button. If you're downloading on the podcast, whenever you are, we'd appreciate it immensely if you could also do that, because those kind of things are priceless for our future. And, of course, follow the station on all social media platforms, from Instagram to Twitter to Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch. Please make sure you follow the station all over on the different platforms. Alex, as always, excellent work by you, my friend. Stay tuned. Hour number 3 is coming up. We will wrap it up. I know when I said the break, I said we'll do our crossover with Alex, and then Alex reminded me, you're not here for the third hour. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. But hopefully, listen, next week, hopefully we go back to 3 hours. I think we will. I think, tomorrow after I do the show and I see how I feel over the weekend, maybe next week we can ease back in to 3 hours. Anyway, we are out of here. We will see you tomorrow, same time, same place, same bat channel. Have a good one.
The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of Onside Radio, ownership, management, sponsors, website, or Inner Miami Marketing, LLC. When you need your warehouse looking good while staying efficient, there's only one place to find the